I know you have some exciting news. Tell me about, so pop-up shopping events do lead to brick and mortar.
Yes, they do.
She has some exciting news, and I'm going to let her tell. Well, hello and welcome back to Be Life Changers. I am your host, Kathy Coates, and I am excited to be here today back at JT Visuals. Of course, remember, it's without the I because they are definitely more than meets the eye. Have you ever wondered how setting up a vendor booth can turn into opening your very own storefront? Well, today I have Tracy Shiner with us. She didn't just dream it. She did it one sweet step at a time. Welcome, Tracy. I'm so excited to have you here with us on Be Life Changers. I'm excited for you to tell us our story, your story. It is kind of our story. I guess we
Yes.
can say that as your story, our story. But I welcome you to Be Life Changers. We're here and we're going to talk about purpose, passion, and what it really takes to build a business and a life that you love to live. So I'm excited for everybody to hear your story, and we're going to get really into it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for having me today. This is exciting and super fun.
If you've been thinking about making your own podcast like the one that you're watching or listening to right now, then JT Visuals is definitely the way to go. And that's JT Visuals without the I because there's more than meets the eye. Podcasts for business are popping like crazy. Everyone and their mom is starting a podcast. Why should you start one? Well, because the truth is it's actually still not too saturated. Not only do you get a show that's all about your business and bringing on guests and spotlighting them and stories, but you're also getting clips and media to put onto social media platforms. Whatever your vision is for your business that you want to accomplish and how you help people, social media is the outreach for that. And when you have a podcast show, it is the easiest way to get started and to conquer that social media that everyone's telling you you need to be doing. We will do everything, so all you have to do is help come up with topics in collaboration with us, show up for a couple hours, and then leave, and everything else is handled for you. We would love to have a quick call with you to see if podcasting is right for you and if JT Visuals is the way to go for you. Just go to our website at jtvisuals.com. That's jtvsuals.com. jtvsuals.com. And now back to the show.
Well, Tracy, let me tell people here a little bit about how we got introduced to each other. It's really an exciting story, but we got to know each other. Let's see, I had just started KC Women's Events in 2016, and I know, when did you get started?
We got started in 2015. So we met in 2016.
Yes, that's awesome. It was kind of crazy how that happened.
Yes, it was.
I believe that we met I know it was a event. I think it was at the convention center, and I think it was a Christmas event. Do you remember what event that was?
I believe it was at the Overland Park Convention Center, the Holiday Boutique.
I think it was. I come by, and they have the best sweet treats. That bacon brittle will get you every single time. So let's get into that. Tell us your story. How did it get started? What gave you the idea of CST Sweets and the name and everything?
Okay, well, it goes back to 2003. Actually, a little bit before that. I have a big sweet tooth. I love chocolate, especially. I'm a bit of a chocolate snob. And my husband at that time was in the corporate world, and he's a fabulous cook. And he saw how much I was enjoying the toffee that I had been given as a gift. So he said, I bet I can make toffee better than your friend who made that toffee that you're eating. And I said, I don't think you can. He's like, yeah, I can. So I was like, okay, you're on. So it was literally a bet. So he started messing around with recipes to kind of have some refuge from the corporate world and experimenting. And of course, I was the taste tester. And so we landed on the recipes that we do today. So back then, it was our gifting for family and friends. So that's the Christmas gifts that we would always give was our sweet treats. And then it became a business in 2003. And we named it CST Sweets after our 3 children. I wanted to honor our 3 children. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. They were babies, and that was my world, was my babies. So C is for CJ, S is for Savannah, and T is for Taylor. And then sweets, because we encompass a whole lot of sweets.
Oh, yes. And of course, our children are sweet. Just the
course.
sweetest thing for us moms. We are always talking about our babies.
Yes.
And so that's exciting. I never knew that. That is an awesome story. I love that. I love how you got started. So when did you guys start selling it? I mean, I know you were giving it as gifts and stuff. When do you kind of started, thinking, okay, I can make a little bit of money at this? Because I was a stay-at-home mom as well. So, I call it the hustle and grind because, it's trying to help make those extra dollars always helps. And just like myself, we're always finding something to do to bring a little bit more income into the home. So
exactly.
when did that turn for you and you started getting into that?
So that was in 2003.
Okay.
So we were blessed with a good friend that wanted our biscottis in her coffee shop.
Oh.
And so we were able to get licensed out of her coffee shop. We worked nights and weekends. We drug the kids down to the coffee shop off hours to do our baking, and we got into some coffee shops around downtown Kansas City, and that's when we started selling it. And so that was back in 2003. So we did it for a year and a half like that, working out of her coffee shop. Then we kind of put it on hiatus because I was raising the kids and my husband was still working the corporate world. So it just wasn't feasible for a young family. But we continued to gift it. And then the Lord blessed us with our own commercial kitchen in 2015. So in 2015, the kids were growing up. They were able to be my helping hands when I needed them to be. So we jumped in to the Holiday Boutique in 2015, and that, as many of you know, is a huge ordeal, a 4-day shopping event here in Overland Park at the Convention Center. And it was all hands on deck to get us ready to do that. And at the same time, the Hallmark stores picked us up as one of their local vendors. And so we started selling out of the Hallmark stores too.
Wow, isn't that awesome? Well, let's dig a little bit deeper. I want to talk about, timing, because I know in business, we sometimes get started, and especially with our families, because they are number one, we want to put them number one. And I'm always, picking brains and seeing how other people felt. I know you were excited to get started and you saw that was a way of making income, and then, scaling it back just a little bit to be able to raise your children. Was that an easy shift, or how did you feel as a mom? How did you feel? Was that easy for you? Did you feel like, oh my goodness, this got started and, I can't do that? How did you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a really good question because I totally agree. Your family, your children, that's number one priority. And so with our sweet treats, we are seasonal. So it was all hands on deck for the holiday season, so October through Christmas. I was also, at that time, a full-time teacher at the school that our children went to, which CST Sweets helped provide Christian education for our children. So, yes, trying to find that balance was a bit tricky, kind of scary and stressful, but that's when family and friends come in and help out. So the family and friends came in to help out during the holiday season, and then it was done until the next holiday season. Up until I stopped teaching, the children graduated and are on their way. They're all young adults now. And so we started growing the business about 3 years ago. So it's my full-time job now.
Awesome.
Yeah, but definitely put family first.
Well, I think that's important to bring out too. Our children watch us, and they learn from us. And so I know your kids got those golden nuggets about how to start a business and, working with you, getting skills that, they can't learn in a classroom. It's putting those things to work. And so I know that's one of the joys I had was having my kids with me while I was doing, things on the side as they were young. And then they see that extra money, of course, provided them to go to school. It helped my kids go to private schools as well. And so, I think that's super important to make sure that the whole family structure is together and working at it together. And even friends, they come in and help you do it. So if you are thinking about, maybe starting a business, but you're like, I have all these kids, or I can't do something, there is things you can do at a slower pace. It doesn't always have to be that quick, fast, and trying to get into that brick-and-mortar building, There's stages and there's seasons.
Yes.
And so I'm glad that you shared that with us. So as you came back in, when did you start introducing the pop-up shopping events?
So the pop-up shopping events started in 2015.
Okay.
Yes. So when we experienced such a fantastic experience with the Holiday Boutique, then we started looking for other pop-ups that we could do.
Right.
And so, when I met you, then I started doing them with you, too,
Yes.
because it's a great way doing those pop-up events. It's a great way to get yourself out there, start making a name for yourself, and start making friends, other small business owners, and just supporting each other. So those are always so beneficial.
It is definitely a community base. It takes the whole community and brings us all together. It is very relationship based. That's why I love, pop-up shopping events, because not only is it fun for those that come and get to shop and try your sweet treats, because you will come back for more. I definitely. But you also get to build that relationship, and also vendors building relationships with each other so they can collaborate and help each other, bring one another up. So when those hard times do come, we have someone that we can speak to that's already been through it. And so I think, pop-up shopping events are very a necessity. And I think sometimes everybody thinks that a pop-up shopping event is always outside or at a 4-H building. But, there are some really fun events, definitely here in Kansas City, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Look at the convention center. Just for Her is a really super fun event.
Yes.
I know this is going to be on after they've had their event this year in June, but every June they have it. And I know you've been with them.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and they're my friends, so shout out to, hey, Harfell Events, how are you doing? But but they have a really fun event. It's fun for the whole family, actually.
It is.
Even though, us women like to get away and have some me time, it is a very fun event. And I know you pick very fun events to do, but like festivals, those are super fun. And, of course, when we did it, as KC Women's Events, we always chose castles, mansions, golf clubs, wineries.
Yeah,
the wineries are so fun.
Yeah, the wineries and chocolate always
wineries
go well.
and chocolate go so well. So, there's so many places you can choose if you're a business to do a pop-up shopping event. And, of course, if you are in business and want to know where to get started, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you find. I have a huge database of vendors and then coordinators as well. So I'm always hooking people together. If you're looking for an event, hey, just go to Kathy Coates Events page and you'll be able to see many events. I showcase them and show them off. But I remember walking up to the booth. I actually met your husband first before I met you. And he had me sampling all the things and it was so delicious. But I tell you, when I met you, you have such a kind and sweet heart. I tell you, you both have been such a support, and I want to thank you for that, because without the support of vendors, coordinators aren't able to keep these kind of fun events for our community. And it's important. It's important because it shows off, small businesses so that we can get your brand recognition and build those relationships so people continually shop with you, not just shop at our event, but come back to you. And so that's very super important to me. And I know that when we met, we just hit it off right away.
Yeah, we did.
And we had some really fun events. I know she is I always call her my ride or die because, literally she came in when Michelle and I both were doing KC Women's Events. It was at the very beginning of 2016. So I call her, one of my first. And then she followed us because we quickly started doing events outside of Kansas city as well.
Yes, you did.
And I know you have done several outside. What were some? I think one of them was in Topeka, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah,
And so
that
do
was
you
a
remember
cool
what
facility. It was
event?
an old house that you had us
Oh,
in.
the Governor's Row
Yes,
House.
that's what it was. The
Yes,
Governor's
yes, the
Row
Governor's
House.
Row
That was
House,
super
downtown
cool.
Topeka. It's super fun. So yeah, so there was many places, and there is ups and downs in business.
Yes.
Just like there's ups and downs in some of our events. They don't all pick up high traffic, but that doesn't always matter. Tell me a couple of your secrets that you have in pop-up shopping events that, maybe didn't have a big of crowd as some of the others that you go to. Tell a couple secrets of what you do to make those still successful, because I know you have the art down. You know what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
So I want you to share it.
Well, I would say my biggest secret is just my mental space, my perspective, and what drives me in our sweet treat business is we just love to put smiles on people's faces. So regardless of how many people are coming to the event, my job is to be kind and pleasant and put a smile on people's faces, whether it's one person or it's 1,000 or 2,000 people, right? So I just enjoy sharing what we handcraft. So we give out free samples all the time at our events, and just engage the customers, and just have a fun conversation. We do all kinds of sweet treats. We specialize in Toffees and Brittles.
Okay.
And so especially with the peanut brittle, that brings up so many memories, right?
Yes.
It's a classic traditional Christmas
At Grandma's
dessert.
house.
Right,
Yeah,
at Grandma's
house.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And so when people try our brittles, a story comes out. And
Right.
so it's super fun to just engage. And so, if it's not a very successful event monetarily, I hope and pray that it was a successful event, that I was able to put a smile on somebody's face and bless somebody with a sweet treat. Whether or not they bought from me or not, they definitely sampled a free sample, and hopefully they enjoyed that. And that's what the goal is.
Yes,
So it's a perspective.
Mhm.
You can't always go in there, just pushing hard for money, because life is so much more than just money.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because that is such an important key, an important nugget, because it is more than just a sale. You're building a relationship. And I always tell people, if you can make a connection and then find out, what that person's need is that's at your booth, and it may have nothing to do with what you sell. But when you care enough to touch someone's need, maybe they're having a bad day that day, and you give them a sweet treat and you see that smile or that personal touch. I mean, it can really literally change somebody's day.
Yes.
And when you do that, they remember you. Like, you stand out. I can't speak high enough on brand recognition. And it isn't just recognizing the logo you have, but the character you have. And I think that's so important, is show people who you are. Let them in. Let them know, your story, because your story can resonate with them. Just like you said, the stories of the peanut brittle. That's so important for, to know their story as well as your story, because they will come back and they'll shop with you over and over and over again. And I think that is just a really important, lesson that I know I've learned over time, of doing the events, because some of them did pull great numbers. They had huge crowds, and then others maybe didn't have as many, but that still didn't matter. People came to shop. And so some of those smaller events would even pull more revenue than the bigger events. So I always say it's your mindset going in. Be careful when you're going in with your mindset, that you're there to grow your business in every way possible.
Yes.
So,
I agree.
Yeah. So I know you have some exciting news. Tell me about, so pop-up shopping events do lead to brick and mortar.
Yes, they do.
She has some exciting news, and I'm going to let her tell about what now the next step in your business. You've done pop-up shopping events, gifts, and now tell us a little bit about the exciting news you have.
Okay. Well, yes, we are super excited to announce that CST Sweets, the Kansas City Brittle and Toffee Company, is going to have its own retail shop. So we're going to have our own brick and mortar come mid-August of this year. We are working on it as we speak. And we are going to be in historic downtown Bonner Springs, Kansas.
Oh, wow. I love Bonner Springs.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, it's so fun.
And
yes.
I've had people ask, why did you choose there? And we chose downtown Bonner Springs because we love the feel of the small town. And it's just so quaint and cute and sweet. And they've been very, very welcoming. The city and the community have been very welcoming of our company and just of us as people. And we've got some amazing friends down there that have shops. The Third Space Coffee Shop, I'm sure you've frequented before. And they have delicious coffee and meals there. And so they've been a great inspiration to us and they've helped us get to know the community as well. So yeah, we're super excited about that. When we started the company, it was like, oh, that's like way down the road, which, we've been around since 2003, so it has been way down the road. But it's been the perfect timing. We had the opportunity to be a part of the Hallmark Christmas experience this past Christmas, and it was a phenomenal 4 weekends in a row from Thanksgiving to Christmas of selling out of our bacon brittle.
Oh, wow.
You mentioned the bacon brittle earlier.
I can see why you sell out of the bacon brittle. It is, delicious. Oh, my goodness. It keeps you going back for more and more and more. And yes, you'll have to get on the treadmill. Sorry.
Yes. But that was such a phenomenal experience for us doing the Hallmark Christmas experience down at Crown Center that we were like, oh my goodness, okay, at the, having our commercial kitchen out of our home for the last 10 years, you can only do so much. Right. And so we came to a crossroads this past Christmas and we're like, okay, we either need to, tone it way down because I can't manage this by myself with my few employees that I have, or we need to go big, right? So kind of go big or go home.
Right.
So we're stepping out in faith and are going to open up our own retail shop. And it's going to be an experience, y'all, because we're moving the commercial kitchen out of the home. It's coming down to downtown Bonner Springs, and you will get to watch us make our magic of toffees and brittles and popcorn and chocolate.
Oh, wow. I can't wait. That's going to be so fun. So we're actually going to get to watch you make it?
You will, yes. So we're going to have the commercial kitchen will be all windowed off. So you'll be watching us either from the street or you can come into the retail space and the space will be divided by a wall of windows.
Oh, wow.
And you'll be able to sit and watch and ask us questions. We're hoping to get involved with some schools and offer tours, and we wanted the retail space to be an experience, a place to come down and hang out, have a date night, have a tour. We've got some other sweet treats that we're going to be bringing on board over on the retail side. So you'll have to stay tuned.
Yes.
I'll drop that as a little teaser out there.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to what you'll be able to get when you come into the retail shop because we're going to be whipping up some more magic on that side too.
Oh, I'm so excited to know what you have to whip up. That's for sure. But that is so fun. That's a perfect place. Like downtown Bonner Springs is a perfect place because you want that old hometown feel. Bring back the memories of the peanut brittle with Grandma.
Definitely. And there's so many experiential places already down there. So Moon Marble is down there.
Oh, that's right.
And that's been around since I was a little girl, maybe even longer. And then there's Range 23 Tap Room down there, and they're going to be offering tours of their brewery. And they've got some phenomenal brews that they make right there in downtown Bonner Springs. So it is an up and coming destination place for sure.
That's awesome. Well, it's great. Great place to bring the family and just have a
Yes.
lot of fun, whether it be on the weekend or during the day. I think that's exciting. I can't wait to come. I make sure you let me know when the ribbon cutting is. I'd love to be there, and I'll have it all shout out on Kathy Coates event. So make sure you're watching so I can tell you when in August, when they decide, I will start shouting it out for sure.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to share with you just a little bit. I think you don't know completely about this, but I am starting because we know that now I do more business type events, networking events to help businesses. And so I'm going out and we're going to start a vendor biz workshop. And so that's going to come out in July, and we're going to do that. And vendors can come and learn more about the success of pop-up shopping, and we're going to talk about those pain points and just be there for support and do some hands-on fun things like even dressing up different tables and making displays, and it'll be a whole lot of fun. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But the fun part about it is after we do the workshop, the very next month, I'm going to do a pop-up shopping event again. So
That's
I'm going to be back, guys. I told
fabulous.
you I was only going to be for a little while, that I would come back and do some pop-up shopping events. Not as many, because of course most of you know my son, who's deaf and autistic, he'll be 30 this year, is at home with me. So I can't just take the load like I used to. I mean, I used to do like 9 events a month all over Kansas and Missouri. But when he came out of school and stuff, that was just a lot.
Yes.
Like you said, hard decisions sometimes.
Right.
But it opened up other opportunities. Opportunities for me to do the podcast right here and bring on awesome businesses like yourself to tell your story. So it's opened up other opportunities. But, I love to throw a good party.
And you're good at it, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. And I hope you're going to be there.
Oh, yes.
I'll make sure I give you the dates.
Okay.
But I'm excited about coming back to do a show. And we're going to put a little spin on it. So I want your opinion of what you think about this. So, we've always done like our Spoil Me Silly is like a ladies, night out. Well, we're going to do it at the hometown Olathe Family Farm, which is the Hoff. And so I'm excited to be there to showcase their place. They've vamped and opened up. It's a great place to be. It'll be my first time doing one semi outside.
Okay.
So that'll be new.
Yes.
But that's okay.
But that's
because
all right.
it's
It's gonna be
gorgeous. It's
awesome.
a gorgeous place. But we're going to throw a spin on it because we know it's still going to have the shopping, pampering, prizes. We're going to have some food trucks and music. It'll be just like the party I used to throw. But we're going to do something special for you vendors.
Oh, I'm excited.
So it's kind of like the People's Choice Award.
Okay.
So the people that come are actually going to vote for like their favorite vendor, the best looking booth.
Okay.
And all kinds of things. Like, so, their favorite product. We'll have all kinds of fun awards that we can give. So the vendors can win prizes too.
Oh, super fun.
So tell me what you think about that.
I love it. I think that's a great twist to it.
So I thought it'd be fun. So since we're doing the workshop,
that'll be really fun.
Yeah, putting those new things in place and then, letting the crowd, applaud you for that. It's a new way to show local love.
Yes.
So I think that'll be super fun. So make sure you guys plug in. If you're wanting to know when the vendor events is, reach out to me. But tell them where they can follow you so they know when you open. What's the best way for them to follow you online? They can even shop with you online too, correct?
Yes, for sure. You can definitely shop with us online. CSTsweets.com is our online store. You can shop for us there. We do corporate gifting. We do all kinds of gifting. And so we can ship anywhere, too. We have experience shipping all over the world. You can also shop with us at the Hallmark stores. We're in 7 different Hallmark locations around Kansas City. We're also in Made in KC, some of their stores around Kansas City. I also have a booth at the Painted Tree in South Overland Park. That's a fabulous place to shop. It's kind of like the Holiday Boutique or the Just for Her event all the time. So many vendors in there. And then I'm in a few other spots. I'm in my hometown Lindmark Mercantile store in Baser. And I do a lot of different pop-up events here and there. So you'll definitely follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn as well. And I just recently got on TikTok, so still learning about that.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It is. Every piece is a step.
It
But
is.
I'm proud of you. That's
and there's
awesome.
so much to learn.
Oh, there is. There is.
Yeah,
You'll have to come to
we're
a content and
constantly
cocktails.
learning.
Yeah,
Yes.
come to a content and cocktails event, and we'll help you with that.
Yes, it's been on my calendar for the last couple months,
yes, I'd
and
love for you
every
to.
time I'm like, oh, I got to go to this. Something comes up, right?
So if you too are looking at creating more content, whether you're starting TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, look up content and cocktails. Come out with us. We're going to some fun wineries coming up. So we have the beautiful backdrop, and we're just going to get together, connect with each other, network, and create some content. So you'll be able to go home and be able to post it. So I'd love for you to come.
That's
for you
awesome.
to come.
Yes, we will definitely be coming.
Yes,
for
definitely, definitely. Well, the sweetest success isn't just about the finish line. It's in the courage to start and small, stay consistent, and believe in what you're building. So definitely, we need to believe in what we're building, one step at a time, or as in your case, one sweet step at a time. And because they are sweet steps. And I encourage us to be bold, be strong, and be able to do that. Make sure you go ahead and like us, subscribe so that you can be with us for the next episode where we're going to be diving into another journey that started with a dream and turned into a movement. So we'll see you at the next episode.
Yes, see you later. Thank you.